Cool. So in the last lecture, we looked at how to apply our own custom CSS to this mezzanine theme. In this lecture, I want to tackle importing custom or fully fledged custom themes into our current Bootstrap mezzanine theme. Now, the reason that we would do this is usually to save time and to give our site a completely different look and feel, and obviously give us options with regards to the various elements on the page. So the inputs, the buttons, the text, the fonts, the colors, all of that. So what you could very well do is go ahead and target all of the HTML classes and IDs and create your own theme, which is a very popular thing to do. And I mean, you could in fact go ahead and sell that theme on various online platforms specifically for mezzanine. So this is very similar to the way that WordPress works, where you can buy custom themes for WordPress. But we dealing specifically now in this lecture with Bootstrap CSS theme. So let's go open up a new tab in our browser, and I'm going to go to a site called bootswatch.com. And if you know anything about design, you'll know that the word swatch relates to a color palette. So I'm just going to go to the site and scroll down a bit, and here you'll see a couple of custom Bootstrap CSS themes that are being created. So I'm going to pick one of these that looks quite a lot different from what we currently have. So let's go with the slate one. And instead of just clicking download, you'll notice that, well, let's preview this quickly, open it in a new tab. Yeah, and this looks completely different to what we currently have. So let's use this one. And if you, instead of clicking download button, if we click on the arrow to the right of that, you'll notice that we have a couple of options here. The first being the minified bootstrap.css, the second being the regular bootstrap.css. The difference between these two, really, if you're not a CSS person, is that the minified version has the entire file compressed. So it kind of tries to save space as much as it can, and you'll notice that this file will be considerably smaller than the regular Bootstrap CSS file. And you'll see the regular bootstrap.css has this expanded out quite nicely. And then the other two, the variable.less and variable.scss, and these variables and bootswatch, etc., etc. I want to cover these in the next lecture, but basically these are pre-processors for CSS. So I know that that is not really in the scope of this course, but I feel like it would be a nice tool to have if you would like to start looking at CSS pre-processors. So for the time being, I'm just going to open up bootstrap.min.css, which I've already opened up over here. And I'm just going to go Command A or Control A on a PC, and then Control C or Command C, and just copy everything in this file. And then I'm going to go back to our bootstrap theme bootstrap dash theme dash custom.css, and I'm just going to remove what's in here and just paste our theme into that and save it. So now if we go back to the front end of our site, so we can actually close out these tabs here, and we refresh the page, we should see what looks like the new theme. Great, and now we've changed the entire look and feel of our theme, and it's actually looking quite nice. There are a few things that Mezzanine adds, which isn't part of Bootstrap, so this entire footer section, so we will obviously need to clean this up if we want this to look really, really cool. And as I mentioned, the next lecture we're going to be looking a little bit at pre-processors for our CSS and how to set that up. Cool.